So let me set the date for you guys. It's 11:06, November 12th. It's Thursday, 2015. If you watch my channel, then you know I made an HBCU versus PWI video a while back. So today my school is doing the Mizzou blackout, basically to support what the black students at Mizzou are doing. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to give you guys an HBCU perspective of how we feel about it.
Here with Ware. Basically, I hope this is a wake-up call across the nation. If you see anything, you hear anything, you know anything about racial injustices going on at your school, there's something that can be done about it. A major hunger strike turned into a major move nationwide. There in Missouri, we're in Oklahoma, and we support it. So I wear black for Concerned Student 1950.
And I just want to give my little input on why I decided to wear all black in the movement. I don't think it's more importantly about supporting an HBCU, but it's supporting the movement. I know that us as African Americans, we tend to just go with the trend and then leave it there. But me personally, I kind of want to take it to another level, not with just the way I dress, but also encouraging my other colleagues to also do the same thing, because our voice is powerful. We have the heavy, as my professor once told me. But anyway, I just want to say that I want all y'all to get involved. I really feel like this movement is going to change history, because I mean, it's time. It's just history repeating itself. And if we fight like our ancestors did, we can stop it. We can just be just as strong and just as wise and just as courageous as them.
How I feel about the whole situation, I think what the football players at Mizzou did was incredible, because it does show that, you know, when we unite as one, we can make anything happen. And you know, it's a lot of racial injustice going on in America these last couple of years or whatever, and you know, I just feel like this is honestly just a step forward for us.
Being from St. Louis, Mizzou was one of my first choices, and so was OU. So from the past year, looking at how the reactions of white people at these universities, it kind of takes me back, and it makes me appreciate being at Langton a little bit more, just because I know if I had have gone to OU or Mizzou, I would have been treated in a way that was extremely disrespectful and almost as if I wasn't welcome at that university. Honestly, it made me realize that there are power in numbers. And not only can we learn from Mizzou and the situations that happen at their university, but I feel like we can take the cause and effect that you guys use to work at our universities.
What's going on? It's Landon grade, 32nd Mr. Langston University. I just want to send my support and commend the Mizzou football team and send my support to the University of Missouri, dealing with the racial issues that they're dealing with these days. You know, as black people, we're always going to try to be put down by these people that brought us here. They don't want us here, but we here, and they're afraid of us because they know once we receive that education and once we do something bigger than what we've been doing before, we're going to be a threat to them. And that's why they're trying to eradicate our race, and that's why they're trying to put us down. But don't let them. Like y'all are doing out there, protest, but in a professional way. Keep it clean, but make your voice be heard. You have one, and you have the right to say whatever you want to say. If you want to speak out against somebody doing something wrong or doing anything that you don't approve of, which is exactly what's going on, they're using the N-word against educated, even black people, period, but especially people doing something good with their lives, speak out against that. Don't let them think they could just step on you and run you over or do whatever they want, because they cannot. It's your country too. We built this country, so act like it.
What's up, everybody? My name is Shaquille Anderson, the current SGA president here at Langton University. And I'm here to talk about what's going on today at Mizzou. It's definitely an interesting and delicate topic. I believe as African-American students at HBCUs that we should not penalize or look down upon the students who are African-American and chose to get their educations at PWIs. I feel like there's a benefit in that, just depending on how you look at it. But what I do believe is that they're obligated to an education and to fairness, justice, and equality. And I want to say personally that I commend the students out at Mizzou and all the students across the nation who have come together and helped them relay that message and support them on that message of, hey, like, we're here to get what we deserve. And I just want to say, as the Langston University SGA president, that Langston is behind you 100%.
And basically how I feel it is, I think it's kind of crazy that things like this are still happening in our society in this day and age. In the 21st century, we still have racism is very prominent. And as an activities coordinator, I feel like it was important that us HBCU students show our support for our Black and brown students and those that are the minority at the PWIs, because they don't have support there. So I've been to a PWI and I understand that struggle, and I understand how you can feel alienated, but as an HBCU student, it's our job to support our Black and brown sisters. So I think it's dope that everybody came out and had Black on today, and it's just a first step into changing our system. But a lot of people think that it's, what is a picture going to do, but pictures speak volumes. So I think it's dope. I think it's a great step into starting a conversation about PWIs versus HBCUs. And at the end of the day, we're all trying to get an education. I think that's the most important part. And I feel like you shouldn't have to be worried about someone discriminating against you at a place of higher learning. So.
Yes, I really wanted to talk about how impactful and powerful and revolutionary it is that this college football team decided to take a punt on sacrificing Black bodies. And I think there's an importance of us thinking about the vicious legacy of white supremacy as it relates to Black bodies. We've been hanged, we've been lynched, we've been raped, we've been completely feared as a result of the power and value and wealth that we have in our Black bodies. And so when these young brothers took a stand for themselves to say, hey, we're not going to allow you all to benefit from what we do in athletics, I think it spoke to an entire generation, if not an entire history of how our Black bodies have been used for many people's financial gain. And I think if this message were to spread across a lot of people who themselves are in sports and who support sports, I think we might be able to rectify a lot of the issues when we think about modern day slavery. Because there have been times when I've thought about a lot of these young brothers and sisters in sports who are working so hard to only put more money in somebody else's pockets. Somebody who doesn't look like them, somebody who doesn't come from the same background, same culture as them. But when this college football team at the University of Missouri took a stand, I thought it was the revolution that we've been looking for in sports. Because I cannot deny that these modern day forms of lynching, materialism, drugs, even sports and entertainment, lend themselves to us getting farther and farther away from these dreams that we want. Our dreams don't have anything to do with the American dream. Perhaps you can call it an African American dream. But ultimately it's about us realizing that we do need to return to valuing ourselves, valuing what's natural about us, and not constantly looking at ourselves through white lenses.
It's the one and only CoffeeCreamGirl. So I decided to drop this video for you guys, randomly spur of the moment in November because of the Mizzou situation. Twitter's going crazy, Instagram's going crazy, my group me's are going crazy about the whole situation going down in Missouri. And I really want to show you guys, especially after I did my HBCU versus PWI's video about how HBCUs react to social and racial injustices found at PWIs. It's a really big thing, and our campus is really just trying to be the movement, you know what I'm saying? Be a part of the solution, be a part of resolving racial injustices at PWIs. I've seen a lot of people saying, especially from HBCU, saying that, what do you expect going to a PWI? You're surrounding yourself with white people, of course they're gonna be racist, but at the same time you have to realize just because something isn't made for you doesn't mean that you can't make it fit you. So we shouldn't blindfold ourselves and say that it doesn't exist or not call it out when it happens. The football players who are taking the stand against their president are dope, like super dope, like Malcolm X radicals, because the question that's been posed to our generations as well as previous generations is, what are you going to do about what we're giving you? And they really took a stand, you know what I'm saying? They took a really bold move and said, you know, we're not going to give you what you want if you can't give us what we need. And that's a really big thing in 2015, especially with all of these things coming out with police, schools. It seems like it's constant clash between races. And things like this, you really have to stand up and say, like, no more, and we're not gonna do this unless we get what we need. So I want to show you guys how my school reacted to the whole Mizzou thing, and I hope you guys stay up. Make sure that you follow me on all my social media, and always stay coffee and cream down.